Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending when and where you are watching from. Thank you for joining our live today. And it is a very, very special live. Why? Because we are going to talk about the most common phrases in most common daily situations. Daily means those that you use almost every single day. And not only that, we will also look at some of the most common mistakes that people make when they speak English. And today I'm going to be together with Teacher Rob. Now, Teacher Rob is a native speaker, and with his help, we will also find out what native speakers say and use in daily situations. All right, so my name is Mrs. Gunita, and I am from Language Teacher Family. I'm one of the English teachers over there, and you've probably seen Language Teacher Family on Instagram, on TikTok, and Teacher Rob is from Learn Breezy English. You've probably seen his page as well. All right, let me just make sure that we meet right here. All right. Okay. There we go. Okay. So most common situations is when you meet people, when you want to tell them you want to tell them something that really sounds English. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And hello, Rob. There you go. How's your
Hello.
day so far?
It's great, thank you. I just went to the hairdressers to get my hair cut.
Oh, that's good. That's
so
good.
I look my best.
For this special live.
Exactly.
All right. So I started telling about our topic today, which is very, very important. So what do people say in English when? So thank you for joining. And if you are watching this on a replay, then grab a pen and a paper handy. And if you think that you know, double check. Maybe there's something that you will go like, wow, I did not know that. All right. So before we start, there is something that I want to share every single time I meet a native speaker like you, Rob. There's something that I ask them. Do you want to know what that is? I say, can you do me a favor? And they usually say, what would you say, Rob, if I asked you, can you do me a favor?
Sure. What?
Yeah, sure. Exactly. So they say, sure. What is it? And I say, is there, if you hear me mispronounce or say something that you can't understand, you kind of know what I mean, but that's not exactly what you say in English. Can you please correct me?
Okay.
And very often people say, sure.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem. All right. And guess what? They don't. They don't. And native speakers are super polite. They are so happy that we actually get to talk, and we respect the language so much that we use it daily, that they are okay with us speaking it, and they would not be okay to correct us. It's like, okay, you're doing a good job already. But let me tell you from our perspective, and when I say our, let me know if there are any non-native speakers out there, because I'm not, all right? I'm not a native speaker, but I am someone who speaks English. So we really appreciate any help and any direction in the way we should go. So I usually ask my friends or my colleagues or people that I get to meet, like, is there anything that I am mispronouncing? So they usually say, sure. And then I need to help them to help me to say what it actually is in English. So Rob, today, you and I, we're going to do that for whoever is watching.
Okay.
We're going to help. And by the way, if you have not met Teacher Rob before, please go on his page, Learn Breezy English, and check out his videos. You will be amazed how clear he is, how easy it is to learn pronunciation from him. So he's someone who's also skilled. He's got some acting skills as well. So, and you've learned that, right, Rob?
I did. I trained as an actor
Yeah, there you go. So this
A
beautiful
long time ago.
combination, a native speaker with skills of acting, with very clear pronunciation, out there for you to help you with your pronunciation. And today, Rob, you and I, we're going to help with some most common phrases that people use every day. Now, I'm going to represent the non-native speaker side, and I'm going to drop a few most common mistakes that we make.
Yeah,
And then you, as our native speaker friend, you will help us and tell us, okay, guys, this is what you say when you are in an English speaking environment. So are you ready? So
I
for
am
all of
ready.
you,
I am ready. I just need to ask one. Well, I've got one point to make, because when I've done lives with other people, to help people follow me, just it's good. I'll put my my account name in the comments, and then if you pin it, then it
mm-hmm.
will always be there, so people can see, oh, who's this, and then they can see who it is, basically. So if they want to follow me, then they'll do that. So I'll just write it in there.
Okay.
It's quite a good tip. I think I was on a live and somebody said it's a good way to do it. So
All right.
um,
So we'll do that. Okay. Situation number one. And let's start with something really, really easy. What do you say when you meet someone in the morning?
are you gonna say what you would say, or a person that wasn't native says, and then I would say what they should say? Is that how it's gonna
That's a
work?
good question. So we would say, good, good morning. So what do you say in English?
Well, that's good. That is what you should say. Good morning. But also, sometimes we just say morning.
Aha.
That's more common. Just morning.
Yeah,
It's
there you go.
just a word, just one word, and that's kind of normal to do that.
And an interesting thing for those who are learning English, the voice goes up.
Yeah.
When you greet, you say morning.
Morning.
Morning. You don't say morning. It's
No.
almost like bye. All right. What do
Yeah.
you say when you meet someone during the day,
Well,
in the afternoon?
it's the same, really. So you might say good afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
or you could say afternoon.
Uh-huh. All right. What do you say when you meet someone in the evening?
So good evening or evening.
Evening. Now, the question is, what do you say to someone who you meet late in the evening? 8 p.m., 9
Yeah.
p.m., 10 p.m.?
Well, this is interesting because it's not, you wouldn't say good night,
Uh-huh.
because good night is only used when you're leaving, when you're going. So you would say, if it's late, you would still say good evening if it was
Uh-huh.
8, 9. But then if you were leaving, you say good night.
All right. So let's talk about good night thing.
Okay.
So night for non-native speakers is when you sleep.
Right.
Eyes closed, bye-bye, no work, nothing. You
Okay.
go to bed. So whenever we hear night, for us, it means I'm in my bed, hopefully.
Okay.
So when a native speaker says, hi, Gunita, I will see you tonight, I go like, oh, really? Are you coming over? I'm going to be in my pajamas and in my bed. So what does it mean? I'm going to see you tonight. I'll call you tonight. Let's meet. Let's eat out tonight.
Yep.
What is this tonight thing?
Tonight means in the evening, and generally, after 8 o'clock, I would say, is probably I'd see you tonight. So I'll see you tonight. We'll meet at 8 o'clock, let's say. I'll meet you tonight.
All right. Okay. So be very, very careful. Do not turn people away just because of this word tonight. So when someone
No.
invites you and when someone says, I'll call you tonight, don't go like, that is rude. Like, I'm married. Don't. Okay. No, that means let's meet late in the evening. Let's eat out late in the evening. I'll call you late in the evening after work. And what is something that you can answer in the situation when someone says, I'll call you tonight? You go like,
Sure. I look forward to it.
yeah, thank you. All right, next situation. Rob, what do you say when you give something to someone? Okay, I'm gonna demonstrate. So I have a pen, you don't, you
Yep.
need a pen. So I go like, yeah, I can share, and I do this.
Yeah.
So what do I say as I give?
You can say, here you are, or here
Uh-huh.
you go.
All right. So did you hear that? Did you hear that? Because this is number one most common mistake. Now, I understand it comes from other languages where we actually say please.
Right.
So when we give, we say please, but that is not what we do in English.
No.
So when do you say please?
Well, when you want something in return, so you want someone to give you the pen, you could say, could you give me the pen, please?
Uh-huh.
I need a
Okay.
pen, please. Does anyone have a pen?
All right. So once again, when you give, you say, here you are,
Yeah.
or here you go. Almost
Yeah.
like, here it is. But
Exactly.
you say, here you are. Now, when you need something, listen carefully. This is a tip. You will remember this for the rest of your life. When you need something, the same sound, please, I need, please. So when you need something, that's when you say please.
Exactly.
When you give, there's nothing that you need, so you say, here you are.
Yeah.
All right, so keep this in mind.
Perfect.
And next time
And
you
also,
give.
so I just want to say also it's polite as well, because some people might not say please, and that seems quite rude.
Yeah.
So you must always be polite and say please, and also thank you when they give you the pen. Thank you.
All right, so next situation. I am giving you my pen. Here you are. What do you say?
Well, thank you. Thank you
All
very much.
right. So now when I hear thank you, what should I answer?
You're welcome.
All right, let's do this again. So you're welcome. What else can I say?
You're welcome. No problem.
No
No
problem. All
problem.
right. So friends, please write this down so that when you hear when you hear thank you, every single time you hear thank you, you need to react. You need
Yeah.
to say something back, because if you don't, it's also considered impolite. All right. So what can you say? You can say, you're welcome. Now,
You're welcome.
a very common mistake, Rob, is this. We say, please. I'll say this again. We use the word please for almost everything.
Right.
When we need something, we say please. When we give something, we say please. And when we hear thank you, we say please. We just change the intonation. So
Right.
many languages have one word for three situations, not from this day on. So teacher Rob told you that in English, those are three different phrases that you use in three different situations. So once again, please is when you need something, and here you are is when you give something. Now, when you hear thank you, then you say you're welcome, or no problem.
Or even no worries. That's one I
No
say.
worries.
No worries. It's similar
Yeah.
to no problem.
All right. And my favorite I've heard after hearing thank you is my pleasure.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah.
That's
So
the one.
when do you say my pleasure?
Well,
Can you give an example?
literally the meaning of my pleasure, you get pleasure from helping someone. So if you give the pen, they're grateful, you're happy that they're grateful, everybody's happy, so you take pleasure from that. So you'd say my pleasure.
Amazing. Okay, teacher Rob, let's role play.
Okay.
You don't have a pen. I do. So
May I have a pen, please? May I have your pen, please? Or may I have a pen, please?
all right. So you said please because you need a pen.
Exactly.
So I go, here you are.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. No worries. You're welcome. All right. This is how it sounds in English. So from this day, do not use please if you don't need something. Use it only when you need something. All right. Next situation.
Yes.
All right. Let's keep going. What do you say when people sneeze? I will tell you what we say.
Okay.
So when I hear someone says, achoo, we say, to your health. So I've had many students, when they sneeze or when I sneeze, they say, to your health, which is polite, but that's not what we say in English. What do we say?
Bless you.
There we go. So it's almost like a blessing over a person. Bless you.
Bless.
Okay. So my friend, next time someone sneezes, you do not say, "Oh, do you have COVID?" You say, "Bless you." That's a very polite phrase, and you will know what to do. Now, in some countries, people say nothing. They do not react.
Okay.
But in English-speaking countries, that's what you expect. All right.
Yes.
Next situation. Rob, what do you say when there is a door and you want the other person go first?
To go first.
To go first.
To go
Thank
first.
you.
Good question. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. You want to go first? I'm trying to think. Please, I always say please a lot. So please, you first. You first. Sorry, you first.
All right. So when this happens,
Yeah.
for example, you are standing by the elevator or a lift.
Okay.
And so instead of just using a mime, you can say, you can go first, go first. Or another good phrase that I've heard is after you.
Yeah, after you. Very good. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
You know English better than me.
Yes. So when this situation happens next time, you will not be like, I don't know what to say. Exactly. But you can be polite. Yeah. And you can use proper English. All right. Let's move on.
That's it. Perfect.
Rob, what do you say when you accidentally, right? Accidentally, by mistake, when you bump into someone? For example, you're on a bus, or you're in a public place, and you step on someone's foot, or you bump into a person, or you pull a person, or you push a person, but that's by an accident. So what do you say?
It's sorry.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we're British. In Britain, we do say sorry a lot. It's similar to what you were saying with people saying please a lot. In Britain, we say sorry all the time. And in this situation, we always go to sorry to, just sorry generally, just sorry. Just one word. Okay. That's all it is, really.
So this is something that we can learn from you, because you are really more polite in your language and in your expressions than most people. Now, I've seen that in many countries, people just turn and go like, There's no verbal communication. There's nonverbal saying, hey, what was that?
Right.
All right. So you can say sorry. Now, a very common mistake for our students is this. Do I say sorry or excuse me? What is the difference? When do you say sorry? When do you say excuse me?
Well, you wouldn't say excuse me. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but we use excuse me when you're starting a conversation with someone you don't know. So you might be in a shop and you want to ask the shopkeeper a question about a particular hat. You say, excuse me, how large is this hat? Something like that.
All right. So if I am about to do something, then I say, excuse me. So easy to remember. Before you do something, you say, excuse me.
Yeah.
Now, after you've done something, then you say, oops, sorry, especially if that's a bad thing or an accident. For example, now write in the comments, if I spilt water on your clothes, should I say, excuse me, or sorry? Let us know in the comments now, and we will move on, okay? So next situation. When you don't understand what people say, for example, how's your turn? And you want, like, so what can you say when you don't understand or quite catch what people are saying?
You would say, could you please repeat yourself? Repeat what you said. I misheard you. I couldn't hear you. Sorry. You could say, sorry, I misheard you. Could you repeat yourself, please?
All right. So Is it okay to say, sorry? What was that?
Well, yeah, it depends again in your intonation. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it always goes down well with people if they hear the word sorry.
Uh-huh.
So, but you could say, yeah, sorry, I misheard. I misheard. What was it that you said?
Mm-hmm. All right. When do you say, pardon me?
Pardon me is normally when when you've done something, you could
Mm-hmm.
do it. Uh, pardon, but that's really formal. That's really quite formal to say pardon
Mm-hmm.
me. Um, yeah, pardon me. You might have done something. It's similar to excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me.
All right.
Um, it's
Oh,
similar to that, but I'm still trying to think. You might sometimes say it if you were interrupting a conversation, perhaps
mm-hmm.
similar to excuse me or pardon me, because you want to. You need to speak to somebody. You need maybe some information quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me, but it's to be honest with you, it's a word I very rarely use, so it's difficult to know. But yeah, I would imagine that's when you'd say pardon me. But now you're going to tell me when pardon me is actually used.
All right. So at school, or
Yeah.
our teachers usually tell us that pardon me is the most polite way to show that you quite did not understand.
Okay.
So it's very interesting to actually pick your brain on this
Yeah.
and see that, oh, in daily situation, in the shop, or in the family or on the street, you will not hear people say, pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. They would most likely say, excuse me, could you repeat that, please? Or I'm
Yes.
sorry, I didn't quite catch that. All right.
It's really formal as well. Pardon me, because
Yeah.
what you said is completely correct.
Mm-hmm.
But I very rarely hear it because yeah, it's really formal to say pardon me.
Mm-hmm.
I misheard.
All
But that
right.
is what they would have said maybe 50 years ago.
All right. I see. Now, Rob,
Yes.
the most common mistake is that people, um, non-native speakers, if they don't know, excuse me, or sorry, or pardon me,
Mm.
they will just turn and go like, what? So this phrase is okay for your family who you laugh together with,
Yeah.
who you know really, really well. But this is not something you would tell to people you don't know or to Mr. President. All right. So
Yeah.
what is really not the most polite phrase?
No.
All right. Keep this in mind. And we're moving on. So if you just joined us, we're talking about the most common situations, daily situations, and what do we say in English when these situations happen. Next situation is a really sad one, but we need to know what to say or write. Now, if someone dies in the family, let's say my friend's mom died last week, what can I say? Do I say sorry or do I say something else?
Yeah. Yeah. Normally we would say, please accept my condolences.
All right, nice and slow. Teacher Rob, one more time. This is a brand new, a very long word for
Okay.
most of us,
Yeah.
okay?
So
So the word is,
accept my condolences.
all right, there we go.
Condolences.
All right. And thank you, Riza, for typing this in for us. So you can see in the comments the word condolences. So condolences means that I am sorry in my heart and I want you to know it. All right. Is there anything else that I can say in this situation?
Well, sorry can be used because you
Mm-hmm.
are sorry. I'm sorry for your loss.
All
Sorry for
right.
your loss is sometimes used.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's quite oftenly used. Sorry for your loss. Accept my condolences.
All right. Okay. So, friends, from today, you will know that instead of just saying, I'm sorry, or I'm sorry to hear that, you can also use a very polite phrase in a very sad situation. You can say, my condolences, or I'm sorry, or your loss. Okay.
Exactly.
Next situation is not that sad, but still, it's very, very common. What is the difference between happy birthday and happy anniversary?
Happy birthday, happy anniversary. Oh, wait, I know what you mean. So you're saying for the same day.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course, if it was an actual anniversary, maybe a marriage, you've been married a year or 10 years, then that would be happy anniversary. But if it's a birthday, you would never say happy anniversary.
All right.
No, it would
Now,
always be happy birthday.
Teacher Rob, in some countries, we use the word anniversary
Yes.
when it is a birthday, but it is like round number of
Right.
years. For
Okay.
example, 10, 20, 50,
Right.
100.
Okay.
So we would not feel okay to say happy birthday another year. We want to say la la. So
Right.
we would use the word anniversary. Is it correct?
Not in England. I'm not in English speaking countries.
All right. So what would you say if I turn 100 years old? What would you tell me?
Well done to start off with. Congratulations, for that achievement, and it would still be happy birthday. I don't think there's anything like any way you change it just because it's like, 100 is like, or if it's 90 or 80, it is like a special event because it is a new decade has just started.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you would still say happy birthday.
All right.
Unless you know anything different.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So thank you so much for those who are commenting and actually writing more polite phrases for each situation that we are discussing. Thank you so much. So when you watch this on a replay, go and also read the comments. And if you can think of another phrase for a particular situation, please let us know, because this is how you can share your experience with the English language. All right, next situation is this. What do you say when you meet someone for the first time? It's almost like, oh, hi, I've never seen you. I don't even know where you're from and your name. So what's the first thing that we need to know?
Well, we normally would say nice to meet you.
Uh-huh.
Or
Okay.
it's a pleasure to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
And then introduce yourself, I would say as well. My name's Rob.
Mm-hmm.
What's your name?
Excellent. Okay, Rob, let's role play.
Okay.
Before we do that, I'm going to share the most common mistake.
Okay.
Most students, they shy away from a situation like that. They're okay with people telling them, nice to meet you. And they go like, have a good day.
Right.
So we don't want you to ever feel like that. So here is what you can learn. The way people greet you, you actually do the same thing, like copy, paste, and put the word to at the end. All right. There are other phrases. I know, you know, but there are other phrases that you can use. But for a start, at least do this. Do not go like, oh, I better leave. No. If Rob tells me, nice to meet you, I come back the same way. Nice to meet you too. All right. If Rob tells me, it's a pleasure to meet you, it's a pleasure to meet you too. That's so easy. You can do it. All right. You can do it. And then you can learn some more phrases, what else to say, but at least this. Okay, Teacher Rob, can we role play?
Sure.
I've never seen you before. This is my first time. And I go like, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Mrs. Gunita. What's your name?
My name's Rob. Nice to meet you too.
All right, that's it. Nice and easy. Everyone can do it. Type in the comments if you can do this much. And if you can, you will be a very, very nice person to talk to, because the beginning of the conversation is so smooth. All right. You can help other people feel good around you. And it only takes, what, 10 seconds? You can do it. All righty. So we are almost at the end of our live. So if you just joined us, we are talking about most common polite phrases in most common daily situations. And do we use them correctly? For example, when do we say, excuse me? And when do we say sorry? Is there a difference? Yes, there is. So when you watch this live again on the replay, then you will hear it. So we also talked about the word please. Do you say please when you give? Do you say please when you need something? Do you say please? No problem. When people say thank you, is it really please for every situation? So you can watch it again, because it's not. We use other phrases in each situation. So, but the next one that I want to ask is, when you leave a place, for example, we are in a meeting and the meeting is over. What do I say to other people? Now, there are situations where you will see them later, and there are situations when you have no idea when you see them again. So can you help us with this? What do you say when you will see them soon?
Well, you could say, I'll see you soon.
All right.
Or see you later.
Uh-huh.
And if you don't know when you're going to see them, then you would say, see you again sometime. Could be.
Very good.
See you again
Very
sometime.
good. Yes. So one of the things that we do here back at home is that we have short-term rentals. It's a side business,
Yeah.
and we get to meet people from different countries. And I don't know when I will see them again. So this phrase is really, really helpful. See you some other time. See
Yeah.
you again one day. Now, when I don't know when the day happens,
Yeah.
when I will see them again,
Yeah.
this is something that you can do. But most common mistake is this. Bye. And that's it. All right, bye. There's nothing wrong with bye. But when you want to be polite
Yeah.
in English, these phrases is exactly what you say. All right.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow. See
Yeah,
you
see you
soon.
tomorrow,
If
see you
you
again. Also, I often always say take care. That's quite a common phrase to say when someone's going, you're not seeing somebody again for maybe a little while, or even you might see them tomorrow, but you still say take care. So take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. See you soon. Could be see you soon.
Yeah. All right. So take care for some of you is a new phrase. Like,
Okay.
do you say that? Yes. It's wishing people well while they are away from you till next time you meet. Take care.
Exactly.
All right. So I hope that you wrote this down, because take care is one of the most polite phrases you can tell people when you leave. All right. Now, shall we do one more?
Yes.
Okay, another situation that I want to ask you is, what do you say when someone has an exam, or
Right.
someone has something special and they need to pass it and
Yep.
pass it with excellence, such as an exam or driving test? What do you say in that situation?
You say good luck.
All right. So one more time, good luck is the polite phrase.
Exactly.
You do not say, oh, I hope you will crash. You do not say, oh, you cannot do it, you're not ready. You wish them well.
Exactly.
And in English, wishing well is good luck.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So,
and also
and
just another phrase we use that is connected to the theatre from my acting days, because I won't tell you the history of it, but they use break a leg. Break a leg. Break a leg.
That does not sound good to us.
No, it
sounds
doesn't.
Almost like a curse.
Exactly. Oh no, exactly. It's the opposite, but it's used in the theatre. I think it's because a long time ago somebody did break a leg in the theatre, and now they use that but it means good luck. It's like good luck in the theatre. And I think because if you say good luck in the theatre, that's bad luck. So I know saying this might confuse people, but that's only related to the theatre. Although I often do say it instead of good luck. But I don't want to confuse people. Stick to good luck.
All right. Thank you guys for commenting. So Teacher Rob, is it okay to say, let me go through. There was a very good comment. Is it okay to say all the best?
Yes, it is. All the best. Yeah, I often say that. It's but it's not, would you say it for good luck? Well, yeah, you could do, I suppose. yeah, all the best. But I often say it just in general when I'm leaving, like
Mhm.
in an email, instead of saying goodbye, I say all the best.
All right. Thank you.
But that's
Thank you.
a good point.
Okay, now I had a driving test. I passed it. I am so happy. I see you. What do you tell me? So, what do you say to someone who has passed the test
Yeah.
or done something really amazing? So,
Congratulations.
all right.
Congratulations. Yeah, I that's what I would say.
Okay.
Do you know any other
Um,
phrases?
I've heard
Yeah.
the word congrats. Now,
Oh,
there
okay.
are people who are
Yep.
watching and
Yep.
they think, okay, congratulations, that is easy. What is congrats?
Well, it's a shortened version, shorthand for congratulations.
Yeah,
Congrats. And to be fair, in this day and age, that's what people do. They shorten words all the time now.
everything.
Yeah.
And especially teacher Rob, English language is almost like you guys are in a rush. You want to shorten everything. Instead of saying I have, you go I've.
Of course. Of course.
For us, we just need to pronounce it.
Oh, really?
So, for example, should have been.
Yeah.
You guys say should have been.
Should have been. Yeah.
And congratulations. You don't have time to say the whole word. You go like, okay, congrats.
Congrats.
Easy. And why not? Who said there's something wrong with that? But
Why
it's
not?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to know that this is also a very polite phrase.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we talked about most common situations, daily situations, and what to say in those situations. Now, let's give it a bonus, okay? Another one for you at the very, very end. Let's say there is a birthday party or there's a conference, and sometimes you have a table with food, and no one actually comes and serves food for you, but you are invited to go
Yes.
and
Yeah.
grab the food,
Have some.
take food.
Exactly.
So, but what do you say? Do you say, okay, guys, just go take food? But is there any other better
We would
way?
say, help yourselves.
There we go. I hope you got it. Write it down, because next time you have a birthday party, instead of telling your friends, okay, guys, you can say help yourself if that's one person, or help yourselves if those are more than one person.
Yeah.
So this is an amazing phrase. I didn't know that. So when I learned that, to me, it sounded like help yourself, like as if I'm in trouble, like I'm in need, I need to
Right.
help.
Interesting. Yeah.
So that was really good that someone told me, just as you are telling us now, what to do in a situation where food is served and you want people to actually go and take food themselves. All right.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Once again, this was Teacher Rob from Learn Breezy English. He's amazing and he can help you with the pronunciation. Go and check his videos. And if you need help with grammar, go and check our videos as well at Language Teacher Family. And now I'm going to say this, take care. That was a phrase that we learned today.
Very good.
All right. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for helping.
Yes. And if anybody is going to be doing the arts test soon, within the next 6 months,
Okay.
I'm actually doing a free lesson on Thursday. So it's going to give you my top tips to help you pass arts. And I'll be looking at all 4 sections of the test. So it's free. Come along and you get some free help with it. And even if you're not doing the arts test, there's still going to be lots of great tips to improve your speaking, your comprehension, your listening, your reading, and your writing. So you're welcome to come along.
Amazing. Now you know another great resource where to study and prepare for IELTS tests. Amazing. So this was Teacher Rob from Learn Breezy English, and this was Mrs. Gunita from Language Teacher Family. Have a good day and take care. Bye.
Bye.